The TOS-1A Solncepik Multiple Rocket Launcher, MRL, a potent short-range thermobaric weapon system, has been the subject of significant interest since the outset of the conflict in Ukraine. Its deployment was first documented in February 2022, coinciding with Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Cameras positioned along the Belarus-Ukraine border captured images of the TOS-1A entering Ukrainian territory. The TOS-1A is a short-range firepower platform doctrinally assigned to the Russian Army's nuclear, biological, and chemical protection troops at the military district and combined arms army level. Although not designated as divisional or regimental assets, TOS-1As are often attached to Russian maneuver brigades tasked with operations against fixed defensive positions, particularly in urban environments or mountain terrain. While Russia had employed it sparingly in conflicts such as Chechnya and Syria, its employment in Ukraine has been confirmed through multiple sources. Russia has employed the TOS-1A in various stages of the conflict in Ukraine, where its design as a thermobaric MRL enables it to deliver both firepower and incendiary effects, which physically destroy infrastructure and undermine enemy morale. This has proved particularly effective in overcoming Ukrainian forces defending key terrain, especially in urban areas. Footage shared on social media of the employment of the TOS-1A vividly captures the moment missiles contact the ground, resulting in towering flames and widespread damage. In eastern Ukraine, where the cities of Donetsk and Luhansk have continued to see heavy fighting, Russian forces have used the TOS-1A to target and destroy enemy positions and fortifications. Russia has modified the TOS-1A employment method based on Ukrainian targeting focus. To help avoid detection, Russian forces move one system at a time to the front, reducing the likelihood of detection. Russian artillery is used to cover the TOS-1A's movement as the system moves close to the forward line of troops before firing. The TOS-1A is frequently used to breach obstacles in support of advancing infantry. In the defense, the TOS-1A engages enemy troops in the open and is a powerful tool when executing final protective fires at close range. Understanding the TOS-1A's capabilities and operational dynamics is crucial for assessing its role in contemporary conflict scenarios and provides valuable insights for the U.S. Army's training community. Although thermobaric weapons are not new to the battlefield, ground-based, rocket-delivered thermobaric systems are a relatively recent development. Their effective capabilities against infrastructure and fortified positions are well documented, and further enhancements in thermobaric weaponry are likely. Replicating a system such as the TOS-1A into realistic training events will require significant planning. Training would benefit from an emphasis on effectively identifying, targeting, and countering thermobaric munitions and fully developing the signatures of the systems used to deliver these munitions. Medical services should be prepared to treat the severe injuries caused by a thermobaric blast. The TOS-1A was widely used by Russian and Syrian forces for counterinsurgency operations from 2016 against Al-Qaeda, the Islamic State and other non-state militant groups, but was first used in combat on a smaller scale in October 2014 by the Iraqi army against Islamic State forces. It was also used on a small scale by Azerbaijan's armed forces in September 2020 against Armenian ground units. The system's use in Ukraine was well publicized when video footage was published of its employment in the Russian-majority Donbass regions where large shockwaves could be seen caused by thermobaric explosions. The TOS-1A is considered one of the most unique weapons in the Russian inventory and is based on the Soviet TOS-1 that entered service in the 1980s. The newer variant entered service from 2003 with an extended range and superior ballistic computer, and was further modernized in 2020 to extend its range by 66%. Each BM-1 launcher is mounted on the chassis of the T-72 tank, which forms the large majority of Russian tank units and thus simplifies maintenance requirements. It remains to be seen whether the TOS-1A can significantly influence the balance of power on the ground in Ukraine. But with Ukraine and its allies having no comparable weapons systems, it does provide Russian forces with an important advantage to support advances on land.